Hey everybody. Well, today I'm going to go over why I personally prefer the Beretta 92s over the brand new Berettas you can buy in the store. Stay with me. First off, the obvious number one reason that I like the Beretta 92s better than the ones you can buy in the store is the price. You can't beat the price of these things. When you can pick up one of the best handguns on the market for $300, sometimes a little bit less, you absolutely can't beat that. So I'm going to go ahead and call that the first reason that I prefer the Beretta 92s. The second reason that I prefer this weapon over the ones that you can buy off the shelf is one of the simple facts that one of the first things people do when they buy a new Beretta is they start replacing things. They start replacing the springs in them, particularly the hammer spring or the D spring that's in it, and the trigger spring. Well, the nice thing about these guns is they're already combat ready. They're already broke in. So replacing either the hammer spring or the trigger spring with a one-piece spring, more like the piston style spring, isn't going to be worth your time because it's not going to improve the performance of one of these guns all that much. They're already set, they're already broke in, they're already where you need them to be. You don't even need to spend that extra money on a couple springs. You're good to go right out of the box. The third reason that I prefer these weapons over what you can buy off the shelf is very simple. It's the barrel. Now, mind you, your serial number on your barrel might not match the frame of your handgun, but the beautiful thing about it, if I can get that angle just right, maybe you can see it, but that barrel's brand new. These barrels haven't been shot out, which isn't really a concern when you're talking about law enforcement weapons, because you got to keep in mind, guys, that in law enforcement, they're only shooting those weapons a couple times a year. So even if you do buy a used weapon, that's a used law enforcement weapon, it's not that bad of a deal anyhow, because it's still going to be in good condition because it's not going to be shot out. And these barrels on these guns got solid rifling. Beautiful solid rifling. Hoping that gets in there and you can actually see that. But if you can't, you're just going to have to take my word for it, whether you like it or not. So that was reason number 3. Reason number 4 is even more simple. It's already got a universal design. So if you've already got a holster like this that you might have picked up from being in the service somewhere, it's already going to fit. And that's the beautiful thing. It's already going to go in whatever you've already got. So that makes it, again, very versatile weapon for, you know, a couple $100 less than you'd pay for a brand new one. That's still going to fit all the equipment that's already out there on the market, especially any of your prior military stuff, because this is what's issued in the field anyhow. So there you go. That's going to be reason number 4. And we're going to go ahead and go to reason number 5. And this one's pretty simple as well. And it goes back to one of our other reasons when we're talking about people replacing things on these guns. When you buy a brand new Beretta off the shelf, another thing that people replace a lot of the times are the decock mechanism and the trigger. Because on the store-bought ones, or the brand new ones, mind you, these are plastic, okay? Your trigger's plastic and your decock's plastic. So that's one of the things that people spend money on right away and go ahead and replace. But on these, that piece is metal. Little magnet there, that piece is metal, and that piece, the decock, is metal as well. It's getting a little bit on the frame there, but as you can see, that's metal. The trigger, if I can get that to balance on there, it's metal. So you won't be replacing those two pieces on your Italian Beretta 92s. Now, those were my 5 reasons why I prefer the Beretta 92s over the Berettas, you know, the Beretta 92s or whatever you're going to buy off the shelf these days. In my opinion, for the price, simply a superior weapon. That's just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. So tell me what you think down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear about it, and I'll reply if I get a chance to. I try to reply to every comment, good, bad, or indifferent. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate that thumbs up like, and I'll see you next time around.